Yeah, so hi everybody. Thanks for sticking around. I know it's the last session. Hopefully this is interesting enough for you guys. I'm here to talk about, so I'm the co-founder of Yfret, and we enable real-time personalized interactions on the website, app, and now on voice. So what do you think of when you say voice commerce? Like, do you think it's something that's just a fad or fantasy, or it's not going to happen, nobody's going to shop on voice? This is what we said 6 months ago. But then now we have changed our mind. So I'll just go through it and hopefully convince you. So when you look at voice, when you think about voice commerce, right, these are the images you think about. You think about Google, you think about their display devices, you think about Amazon's Echo Show, the speaker from Google, Alexa. But what is the most interesting device in this, or the most promising one for commerce? So any thoughts on that? Okay, Alexa, I heard Alexa. So obviously Alexa started, and it makes a lot of sense for Alexa because Amazon is commerce and Alexa is voice. So obviously they're the leaders. But my opinion is it's going to be the phone, the Google Assistant on the Android phone, because it's going to be in everybody's hands. And Google is not an e-commerce player right now. They're trying, but they're not there yet. So I believe it's going to be the phone. So if you look at this, right, we talk about online, we talk about offline, but it's actually, if you look at voice, it's everywhere. It's in your home, in the refrigerator. It's on your display device, which can be put in a store. It's on your phone in your hand. It's on your speakers at home. So, and then now, with all these smart fittings, your lights in the hotels, so everything is pretty much getting voice enabled. So actually, if you look at it, it's an awesome opportunity for brands, because now you can, instead of just showing them options, you can talk, right? You can talk to them. So when someone says, I would like to buy something, you can say, hey, that's a great choice. How about something else too? And you're much more convincing when you talk in a human language back to brands. So what does it mean to you as a brand? Right, so do you think it's going to be just Amazon and Google? A lot of people told me, in fact, even some of the investors told me, no, it's going to be just Amazon and Google. Nobody else is going to bother about voice. But then it means a lot to the brands. And here's why. So when you talk about search, right, so today everybody on the website is talking about search engine optimization and what they have to do to rank. Now, people have already started searching by voice. So if you have to rank on voice, the bar is going to go much higher. So there are many what do you say? Like even now, when I'm commuting, right, I say, where can I find the nearest restaurant? And it does show some restaurants. May not be the best ones, but the ones that have actually prepared themselves for voice search. So Google owns search. And once people discover voice search, it starts becoming a habit. So initially, it was like, nobody's going to use it, but you start doing it more and more. So for example, nowadays I say, send a WhatsApp message to my colleague. I do all that while driving, because I'm in the space and I have tasted it once. So I start doing it more and more, and I find new applications for it. So it's going to take off like really fast, and the things that are going to be important for a brand are, first is the product content, right? So people will look for, tell me something more about this particular TV brand, like the Samsung TV, right? So now your content has to be something that will fit in 16 seconds. That's the criteria, because people's patience level is low. So now you've got to have not only long-form content, which is for SEO, but you have short-form content, because only that short-form content gets indexed by Google for a voice search. The second thing is keywords. So instead of saying best soaps, it's like, what are the best soaps? Or where can I find? So all the adjectives like you speak, like where can I find, what is this, how can I do this? So it starts becoming longer. The set of words start becoming longer. So your keywords start changing. And you have to start adapting your website as well as all your search engine to basically work for voice. Then next is location search. So what do people use your voice assistant for? Mostly for finding things, right? So for finding things around you. So you have to be listed. And it's very likely that, so I did a test today, right? I said, where can I find Adidas shoes? They actually said Adidas shoes are not available in the catalog, something like that, which means that there was a listing with Adidas, but it didn't work very well. I asked, where's biryani? And they said, I found some hotels, because nobody had sort of claimed that word. So it starts, it's like before you know it, it'll be there, and you've got to be ready for it. And the last but not the least is you've got to have a voice app. So it's for the same reason that long tail keywords have to be discovered, the best way is to have a voice app and experiment with it, see what people talk to it, capture all the words that are being used, and then convert that into content on your site. So it's sort of like an ongoing process. Now, if you look at, so the basic things that people use voice for are search, information, location. Right, that's the first level. The second level is sort of domain specific. So if you look at fashion, what do you think it's? So wish list, building my, because fashion is something where you keep, your aspiration never ends, right? You always want to have more. So it's like, can I build my wish list on the go? The second could be, like, give me suggestions. What can go with a blue shirt or stuff like that? So suggestions for fashion. For food and groceries, it's simple. So reordering has been the top use case for voice, just because it's simple. Because initially, before there were displays on the speakers, people couldn't look at things. So it was easy to say, OK, reorder my bread or reorder my milk, because you didn't have to look at the brand. So that's so actually, if you look at it, it's just the way that Amazon has launched their products that has driven the behavior. Because with no display, reorder is simple. Domino's Pizza made a huge deal about their voice app. But guess what it was? It was like way too basic. It was reorder my last order. So they didn't even give the option of selecting your toppings or anything. It was like, OK, I have saved my last order. I want to reorder it. So they kept it very basic because they weren't prepared to actually do a proper voice search. And shopping lists, of course. So shopping lists are built on the go. So imagine nowadays Google Assistant lets you build notification for someone else. So, there's like a habit where in our house we have a list on the fridge, and everybody comes and writes their wish list. Now imagine that everybody can just add to the wish list on the go, right? So you have a common wish list, and people just keep adding it when they remember. So those are very simple convenience things for groceries. Travel. Travel is always an aspiration like fashion, so you always want to see more and more places. So you can build your travel list. You can get notified when there is a deal. So let's say I want to go to Africa, right? So I'll wait until I get a good deal. So I'll just put it in my list, and then the brand can reach out to me saying that, hey, would you like to go? Because there's a holiday coming, and you wanted to go to this place. So that's the sort of customer engagement that's possible with voice and with the sort of very personalized interaction. In fact, I was listening into the loyalty program earlier, the discussion, and I completely disagree that there isn't loyalty. In my opinion, loyalty is not there because customers don't trust that that the brands are loyal to them. For example, I'm an Airtel consumer, and I'm always paying more than the new customers of Airtel, because I've been there for a long time, and my plan price keeps going up without me knowing, and I'm actually paying more. So it's like I don't trust loyalty. But true loyalty is actually when you engage the customer, give back value, and when they know that you're bringing value to them. So here's a result of a study about what customers used Alexa for. This is not display enabled, but generally Alexa. So as you look here, people are looking for information on deals. It's a quick thing. You check your deal, and then you check for a deal, and then you go shop. With tips and information, upcoming events. So it's mostly, if you look, it's all like notification based. Like people are opting into notifications, so which is a good thing. Now you're actually instead of pushing all those notifications on people that are not needed, you're letting people opt in. And interesting, I did some research on voice. There were some funny apps, like I actually tried this out. So there's a grocery shopping app that was ranking in the App Store. And I started asking questions, right? So I said, send my shopping list. He said, which item? I said, show me the shopping list. No, show me the shopping list is not on the shopping list. So that was really funny, because this was like the top ranked app on grocery. So basically, if you look at it, businesses are not really ready for this, although it is a huge opportunity. So what are the success factors, right? So one is the style has to be conversational. It's got to be like you're talking. Second thing is the content that you're giving back has to be very relevant. That's the first part of it. Second is that always think of voice as an additional channel, not the only channel. So you've got to have a consistent view of the customer across your voice and your website and your app. Only then you'll give a right experience. So basically connecting all the dots. Maybe retargeting the person again, because it's the first time and second time is just going to be experiments. But how do you get the person back? And so now here's some data, right? So 20% of searches use voice already in the US. 50% by 2020 is expected. This is in US and UK. India is slightly behind, but I believe that once people start using it, it will become a habit, even in India. 2 in 5 smart speakers actually made a purchase. Now this is on Amazon, and if you look at it, right, Amazon is always sort of bullying the other brands because you have to be on the top. And now even on voice, if you're not in the Amazon, there's a term I forgot, but if you're not in that top list, you won't even appear in a search on voice on an Alexa. So that's why I feel that actually the friend of the brands is Google Assistant and not Alexa necessary. And if you think about it, there are no ads yet, and there's no monetization method on a Google Assistant today. So it's actually a level playing field, and if you do it well, then you can actually get an early advantage. It is actually a 2 billion market today, and it's going to 40 billion. So this is like, it's phenomenal growth. It's expected to be way faster than mobile commerce. I mean, when mobile commerce came, people were like, yeah, a website has to look good on a phone. That was a sanity thing. Now it's going to be not just that, it's going to be that and many other things to be done. The apps, yes, because people don't want to install, right? But then I think the apps have also gone through a down curve and then again started coming up, because there was a time when your phone memory was limited and you wouldn't be able to fit too many. Nowadays, your performance of your phone doesn't really go down. So I think it's sort of gone a little bit like that. While in this case, for voice, you don't need to install an app. You just say talk to, and then it invokes the context. So I can just say talk to Shopper Stop. So I don't have to have the app on my phone. That's another advantage. And here, so this is Alice in Wonderland, my favorite quote. So if you want to stay in the same place, you have to keep running. If you have to move ahead, then you have to go double the speed. So yeah, so that's all. That's mainly what I had. I have a demo also of a voice experience, so if you can play the video. Yeah, so basically, I'm showing a website browsing. So somebody is browsing a website, and we are already personalizing the experience in the first visit. So this website is a demo website powered by Yfret, right? So as you see, the person is looking at the top, and then it's learning the tastes of the person, right? So I'm seeing now tops that are similar to that, and we've captured the user behavior. So as in real time, we're able to capture the user choices. So if you look here, we've already learned that this person is a woman, likes casual stuff, short sleeve, and printed patterns. So that's a real-time learning. Now the person has gone off to a voice commerce app. So when they go to voice commerce app, you just say talk to, and then the name of the app, right? So just watch. So I've not kept the voice here because it sort of comes in the way when we present. So I'm asking what the app is saying, what would you like to do? And it says, show me what's popular. And as you see, the products that are shown are, again, very similar to what the person looked at on the site. So it's like a blended experience between the voice and the shopping on the website. And then there's suggestions here. So this person has added the products to the cart. Not buying right now because you're on the move, you don't want to buy. But you'll just keep adding it to your list. That's what we expect, that it's just going to be like a wish list building. And the second part is loyalty. So interestingly, so there's a different take on loyalty here. That I'm saying how many points do I have, and the app is saying you have 1,500 points, and these are the things you can buy within the points. So it's also giving me additional suggestions saying, for this much points, you will get this stuff based on your taste. And then I'm saying, please remind me before my points expire. So it's like a complete circle of, I'm trying to help you use your points, not fool you by saying that I have a loyalty program.
Now one question, when you say talk to, and
Yeah.
if I don't have an app,
Yeah.
will it go to website also?
I don't think so. It'll say we couldn't find this one.
App is mandatory.
Yeah, if you want to say, if you want to be discovered in talk to, yes. But I can say find Flipkart, and then it'll find the website, but it'll not be voice conversation. It'll just show the search result. So it sort of defaults to the search result if there's no app.
So if I want my business to be powered by Yfret,
Yeah.
I have to have an app.
No, no, no. So what we do, so at Yfret, so coming back to what we do, so we provide, first of all, a middle layer which will enable the personalization. This personalization is available on the website, on the app, on email, SMS, notifications, everything. And on top of it, we build a new voice experience for you using Google Assistant or Alexa. So we have a middleware which we build, and on top of that, we build the voice assistant experience also for you.